What I'd like to do in this particular video is to do a little bit of a deeper dive into a particular study and show how we might actually go about practicing working at study material. So just kind of looking at one, but obviously we can apply the ideas to any other study. I've chosen number 13 from this book, my book, More Graded Studies for Clarinet, book 1. And it's by Nelia Velasquez, a Brazilian composer and clarinetist. And I've chosen one or two of hers actually from this book. They're nice because they have a certain sort of Latin American flavour almost. So the first thing really is to make some decisions. In this particular book, I've helped by giving some bubbles that actually show you what the main areas of study are within the study. They're not necessarily in order of importance, they're just there. And in a way I want you to decide yourself, maybe give them an order, decide to do them in a particular order, maybe spend more time on one practice, another one is a different practice, for example. So this one we have duration of rests. You can see there's quaver rests and crotchet rests. Moving to and from F sharp, could also have said really moving to and from throat B flat. Throat notes in particular for the next one, the dance character, obviously the character of any piece that we play, whether it's a study or an actual piece is important, and key. And maybe the very first thing you do is to play the scale, D major. Have a look at the piece. It goes over the break. No, it doesn't, this piece, and it only goes up as far as A. So in fact you might only wish to practice D up to A. It goes down to low A. That's interesting. You might want to practice a scale of D up to A and then D down to A, and then maybe the scale of D major starting on A going up to A. That covers the entire range for this piece. A good idea. Let me play you just the first couple of lines. So there it is, quite sort of Latin American, got some fun rhythms in it. Now the most important thing that I think I would like to practice, I would like to take out of this, and that's what I want to talk about in this little video, is the moving to and from the F sharp. It's such an important movement to learn to do well. And so maybe you've practiced it and you've got it reasonably well. I don't want you to stop there. I want you to think, have I really got to the bottom of that particular finger movement? Have I got the technical control of it really under my control? So A to F sharp. So let's have a really good look at how that first finger, and indeed the thumb when we come to the B flat, really do move, because I think that's at the heart of what this study is all about. So this is what the first bar says. Now let's have a look at that. The way you actually do that is a combination of movements between these various joints of the finger. And because what I'm not doing is as it were, finger on the A key, jumping down onto the F sharp key. That's not how I'm doing it at all. It's a more sophisticated kind of movement, but I do want you to practice and really work it out. One good way to start your practice is to hold the F sharp down with the pad of your finger and then open the A key. Can you see what I'm doing there? And so it's as though someone has tied a bit of string around that central knuckle joint and they're pulling that bit of the finger back, and so the other two joints kind of move, but it's that middle joint that's doing all the work. And so it doesn't sound very kind of good sound because I'm opening the A key, still holding the F sharp down, but it's a very good exercise. And once you've got that sorted out, then you can do the movement, obviously with opening the F sharp hole. And the whole thing then is we have got a real economy of movement and just the right sort of movement as well. So that's really one of the main things that you're going to get out of playing this study. In the second section, or in fact not the beginning of the second section as it were, but the last section, we go slightly into G minor with that B flat to G. And again, B flat to G is another movement I want us to have a look at in some detail. It's similar to the A to F sharp. I want you to feel that your finger and thumb are on the touch pieces, right on the edge of the touch pieces of these keys. That's good technique. I don't want, again, you to kind of go too far up the keys and jump. It's just a kind of rotating movement. And of course, obviously this piece is fairly elementary, but hopefully maybe you're playing the Brahms sonata, the E-flat sonata, where the first phrase ends with that B flat, not to the G, but to an E. And to really make that B flat to E a really good legato, it's basically this technique we've been talking about, and it will allow that to happen without anything between the B flat and the G. In other words, a really good, perfect legato. So let me just finish by playing you the final two lines.